He has no superpowers, no alien blood, no cosmic destiny, and yet, he's become one of the most feared figures in all of fiction. He is chaos given shape. He is laughter turned into a weapon. He is the Joker, the living embodiment of madness. But how did a comic book villain, born from pulp and paper, rise to become one of cinema's most unforgettable characters? To answer that, we have to go back to where the laughter began. The year was 1940. In the pages of Batman, a new villain appeared. A man with chalk-white skin, green hair, and a smile that wouldn't fade. Inspired by a haunting image from the silent film The Man Who Laughs, the Joker entered the world not as a clown, but as a killer. He was clever, theatrical, and terrifying. He didn't fight with fists. He fought with fear. Over the decades, the Joker would evolve in comics. Sometimes a prankster, sometimes a murderer. But in 1966, he took his first step into cinema. And that step was painted with bright colors. Cesar Romero's Joker, the first to bring the clown prince of crime to life. In Batman, the movie and the hit television show, Romero's Joker wasn't darkness. He was joy. A loud, flamboyant performer who laughed as much as he schemed. His Joker wore a bright purple suit, waved around oversized gadgets, and danced through crime with style. It was the 1960s. The world wanted to laugh, and Romero gave them a villain they could laugh with. But behind the painted grin, something stirred. Because even in this campy world, the Joker's smile hinted at something unnatural. A joy that didn't belong. A laughter that felt just a bit too real. That was the seed. The promise that one day, the Joker would evolve into something much, much darker. Then came 1989. Tim Burton's Batman. Gotham City had changed. The city was no longer a comic playground. It was a gothic nightmare. Dark, decaying, and alive. And out of its shadows came a new Joker. Jack Nicholson. He wasn't a clown. He was an artist of chaos. A gangster turned showman, who painted smiles on corpses and turned death into art. Nicholson's Joker was magnetic. A maniac you couldn't look away from. He danced to Prince. He cracked jokes while murdering. He smiled in firelight. He wasn't just funny, he was frighteningly fun. And through him, audiences saw something new. The Joker wasn't just Batman's enemy. He was Batman's reflection. Two sides of the same coin, one bound by rules, the other freed from them. By the end of the 20th century, the Joker had become an icon. A face painted on posters, whispered about in classrooms, and loved by those who never even read a comic. But the world was changing again. Cinema was about to take the Joker somewhere no one expected, into a realm of pure anarchy. And that's where the next chapter begins. It's 2008. A new Batman rises. And with him, comes the most haunting Joker of all time. He walks into a bank wearing a clown mask. He kills his own men. And he walks away with nothing but chaos. Heath Ledger's Joker. No origin. No real name. Just scars and stories. He's not after money. He's after meaning. Or maybe the destruction of it. Do I look like a guy with a plan? Ledger's Joker is more than a villain. He's a philosophy. He's the idea that deep down, everyone can break. That all it takes is one bad day to turn the world into a joke. Ledger's performance was nothing short of revolutionary. He locked himself away for months, writing, experimenting, creating the voice, the laugh, the madness. And when he emerged, he wasn't Heath Ledger anymore. He was the Joker. Every word he spoke carried weight. Every smile hid a threat. He didn't fight Batman with strength, he fought him with truth. The truth that order is fragile, and chaos always wins. The Dark Knight didn't just give us a villain, it gave us a myth. Ledger's Joker became a mirror held up to the modern world, where chaos could be born from fear, corruption, and control. He didn't just want Gotham to fall. He wanted to prove that no one, not even Batman, was incorruptible. Ledger's sudden passing before the film's release turned the performance into legend. When audiences watched him on screen, it wasn't just acting anymore. Felt like something real, something eternal. And from that point on, the Joker was no longer just a comic book character. He was a cinematic archetype, a symbol of madness and genius forever intertwined. But legends never rest for long. In 2016, the world saw another face under the paint. Jared Leto's Joker, a version born from neon lights and modern chaos. This Joker wasn't about philosophy, he was about power. Tattoos, gold teeth, and a twisted sense of love for Harley Quinn. He was the Joker of the Instagram age, loud, flashy, unpredictable. A reflection of a world obsessed with appearance and shock. Some called him too much. Others saw something raw, a gangster wearing pain as armor. His laugh wasn't joyful. It was mechanical, broken, like a man forcing himself to remember what laughter feels like. He wasn't the Joker the world loved, but he was the one the modern world deserved. Still, the laughter never truly dies. And 3 years later, the Joker was reborn again. Not as a villain, not as a clown, but as a man. 2019. A new Gotham. A new story. A new Joker. Arthur Fleck. A man invisible to the world. Comedian who never gets the joke. A soul slowly crushed by loneliness, poverty, and indifference. Todd Phillips' Joker stripped away the mask and showed us what was underneath. A broken man molded by a broken world. Joaquin Phoenix didn't play a comic book villain. He played pain. He played the quiet descent of a man who just wanted to be seen. And when the laughter finally came, it wasn't funny anymore. I used to think my life was a tragedy, but now I realize it's a comedy. Phoenix's Joker became a phenomenon, not for his violence, but for his truth. He made audiences question society itself. What happens when empathy fades and laughter becomes the only escape? He won an Oscar, but more importantly, he reminded the world that the Joker isn't born from evil. He's born from neglect. Then came 2022. A new Batman. A new Gotham drenched in rain and corruption. And waiting behind the prison walls, a new Joker. Barry Keoghan's version, only a glimpse, only a whisper, but enough to send chills. Disfigured, quiet, with laughter that sounds like pain trying to escape. He's young, cunning, calculating. Not yet the Joker we know, but the one that's coming. Keoghan's Joker isn't chaos unleashed, he's chaos waiting. The calm before the storm. A promise that the laughter will return. Darker, smarter, and hungrier than before. And that's the beauty of it. The Joker never dies. He evolves. Each actor, each era, reveals a new truth about madness. Cesar Romero gave us laughter. Jack Nicholson gave us fear. Heath Ledger gave us philosophy. Jared Leto gave us obsession. Joaquin Phoenix gave us pain. Barry Keoghan gives us the future. The Joker isn't one man. He's an idea. A mirror showing us that chaos is always hiding beneath the mask of order. And maybe that's why we can't look away. Because somewhere deep down, the Joker's laughter echoes what we all try to hide. That the world itself is one bad day away from breaking. The laughter will fade. The actors will change. But the legend will remain. Because as long as there's order, someone will always rise to break it. Someone will always be the Joker.